Hey guys, this is Eskimo Poodle, and we are back with Let's Play Infinite Undiscovery on Infinity Mode for the Xbox 360. Last time, we made it through the Boston Timberlands, and now we're about to go to the next section of the Seraphic Gate. I went ahead and switched out Balbagan for Edward, since we no longer have any need for rock crackers, and that is Edward's sword that we got from defeating the Wyvern, the Harati. Nice, powerful 2500 attack, and it hurts. Edward got a new battle skill when we made the books. Tempest Clash. It costs a ton of MP, but it is a very powerful attack. Let's see if we can't show it off real quick. It's very hard to interrupt, and it's just very. Actually, I don't think you can interrupt it unless like he gets stunned by like a status effect or something. But let's show it off real quick. Show it off, Ed. Tempest Clash. It takes a second to wind up, but once he gets it going, it hurts a lot. Like I said, it can hardly be interrupted. It does a ton of damage. It hits pretty much everything, and it is just more and more powerful.
Till next time.
For a second skill, I put that one on the high one, obviously. For a second skill, I have trouble choosing between two skills that he has. One is called Dragonic Hail, and it starts off kind of weak with 2 hits, but it eventually ends up with 6 hits, and it's pretty decent. The other one that I'm using right now, it's called Burning Sun. Think kind of like Grin Valesti, a really powerful first hit with the decent sized second hit, and it does like a little. Here, let's show it to you real quick. It does a little like dome effect.
Ready to go? I'll take care of all this.
It knocks enemies down to the ground. It does a lot of damage. It takes a second to activate, but once it does, it's very powerful. And just like Dragonic Hail, it is very hard to interrupt. And also, one final thing regarding the Levantine Slash and Grin Valesti Wars, I went ahead and leveled up Grin Valesti to, or not Grin Valesti, but Levantine Slash to level 3. Actually, Edward, show him your new skills, buddy. Go, buddy. I leveled up Levantine Slash to level 3, and I can now say that Levantine Slash at level 3 out damages Grin Valesti at level 3 if Levantine Slash gets all 5 hits. Oh, so it's gonna be better for large bosses or large enemies in general, because you'll get all 5 hits and it'll do a ton of damage. Let's see. Okay, you're facing that way, so let's. Against this Azureal right here, who is can't tell which way you're facing. Okay, you're facing that way. So, against the Azureals, when I tried it, Grin Valesti brought them down to. Okay, they have 99,000 HP right now on Infinity Mode. Grin Valesti would bring them down to about 50,000 HP. Levantine Slash, it brought them all the way down to. 38,000 HP on a surprise attack. And I thought I had 17 Slash, but let me fix that. We'll fix that in just a minute. I'll show you. Okay, no, I want my.
Let's see who's stronger.
Okay, all right. Let's go find someone to surprise real quick. By the way, the next area is really short, and after that is a very powerful boss. So if you want to go save your game in Colton, at the end of Boston Timberlands is a very good chance to do so. Oh, perfect. This is going to work out perfect.
17 slash!
Well, if I...
17 slash! 17 slash!
You hit him. Stop targeting whatever the fudge is over there.
17 slash! Got you!
Fucker!
17 slash!
What the fuck is over there? Goddamn Tequilo! I'm trying to frickin' show something off here and you're getting in my way, you little shit. Yeah, if you notice, the power got upgraded from 12,000 crits to roughly 15,000 crits. So, for 15,000 crits plus a 10,000 first crit, so that's 70,000 damage roughly. But anyways, from 99,000 to about 38,000. So let's 39,000 from 99,000. 60,000 damage right there. The most I've gotten out of Grid Valesti so far is 50,000. But once again, that's assuming that Levitating Slash gets all 5 hits. Grid Valesti is still going to be better for surprising enemies that are a little further away, because it has that jump homing effect kind of thing, whereas Grid Valesti you have to be much closer to the enemy. Levitating Slash. Levitating Slash isn't all that great for surprising enemies. Grid Valesti is. Grid Valesti is better at groups. Levitating Slash isn't. Levitating Slash is going to be better on large enemies and bosses. So it's up to you whichever one you want to use. Either way, it's going to kill stuff. And this area is going to be really short. The Dragon Bone Shrine, or not the Dragon Bone Shrine, but the town of Nolan.
Slash!
Walker, stand still.
Slash!
And as usual, these little rocks are crabs, so they're gonna. So make sure you don't get surprised by those guys. And these guys drop crab meat, crab claws, and stuff like that if you need them for item creation. Wendigos, they're pretty easy to avoid.
Slash!
There's no boss in here, no treasure. It's just destroying stuff. This is actually a pretty decent place to level up because the enemies aren't all that tough, and they're easy to kill. All right, there we go. Crab shell. Scissor claw centipedes. I forget what those guys drop. Let me check real quick, guys. Let's see. What do we got? Okay, the rock shell crabs, they drop crab claw, crab shell, crab meat. Scissor claw centipedes, they drop. Oh, these guys drop Armorlista. So in other words, this is a good place to hang out. It's only a 20% chance to drop it whether you surprise them or not, but either way, this looks like to be the place to farm Armorlista. So this is a very good place, and if you surprise them, they have a decent chance of dropping Malice Wood. So Malice Wood and Armorlista from those scissor claw centipedes. I don't think there's any more than like 2 or 3 hanging out in here though. But this is a decent place for your Armorlista needs without having to go rebeat Leonid in under 2 minutes. And yeah, I know you're pretty much worthless for stuff over here, buddy, but I'm gonna kill you anyways just because I can. Yeah, Burning Sun's once again really hard to interrupt. Dragonic Hail, I gotta get it leveled up, but once I do, I'm gonna have a tough time choosing between that and Burning Sun. But Dragonic Hail, not Dragonic Hail, but Tempest Storm or whatever it is, should always be set to your B battle skill because it's very, very powerful. And apparently there's only one of those Scissor Claw guys in here. But still, that's 20% chance to get it.
Over here.
So I might end up farming this area for Armorlista soon. Gotcha, bitch. All right. That guy must have a ton of defense. Okay, and there's one more Krabby Patty. You and your damn bubble beam.
Yeah.
Here we win.
Okay, yeah, this was a really short section. The next section, like I said, is going to have a very powerful boss in there. So, just be careful because he's going to hurt a lot. But, hang on one second, I got to check something. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, this next section right here is going to have Frost Gigases, and they're going to drop Crystallite Metal and Prismatite Metal if you don't surprise them. If you do surprise them, Prismatite Metal and Atlantis Metal. So they're going to be good for those metals if you need them. So just so you guys know. And then it's also going to have Order Rangers, Order Adepts, and Order Experts. Let me see what they got to drop. Order Adepts, they drop a bunch of potions, silver berries if you don't surprise them, and silver berry potions. If you do surprise them, they just drop the potions. So it's probably better not to surprise them. Order Expert, ooh, also drop Armalista, and they have a much better chance apparently. They drop Crystallite Metal and Armalista if you don't surprise them. They have a higher chance to drop Armalista if you do surprise them. Let's see, the last one, Order Ranger. They drop mostly potions, but if you they have a low chance to drop Pious Wood as well. So this next area coming up after you beat the boss, it's going to be a very good place for you to level up your metal needs. Okay, you can actually surprise them pretty easy just by like turning around the corner right here, wait for them to turn around, connect to someone, and then attack them. But I'm not going to bother surprising them. Yeah, obviously the Adepts have the Adepts are magic users. Edward,
After the injured.
wanna revive there, bro?
Someone, please treat them.
Count on me.
Thank you.
Yep, I think that's my Armalista or something. Crystallite Metal, but either way, that's good.
Thank you.
So this is a good place right here for the metals you need. As soon as you go through this door right here, or that door right there, there is going to be a boss. He is going to be a very powerful boss. So, oh shit! I was not trying to do that. Crap! I didn't. If you notice, okay, this guy is. If you've played any other like Tri-Ace games, you're gonna recognize this guy, Gabriel Celeste. And if you notice, he has the character model of Leif. He's a very heavy magic user, but he also does very damaging physical attacks.
After the injured.
So this guy is gonna be tough, especially on Infinity Mode. I need a mana up real quick. That's what I was gonna do, but I didn't realize he was gonna see me.
You were great.
Alright.
You're escaping.
He may have the character model of Leif, but you notice he has a deeper voice. And if you played other Tri-Ace games and you recognize this guy as one of the hardest bosses, then it's probably a good chance you're gonna figure out who the final boss of this dungeon is. It's not that hard to figure out. And yeah, like I said, this guy is tough. So I'm going to meet you guys back at the entrance here, and then we're going to try again, without me dying this time. Alright, I am back from dying, and a couple things that I want to make note of real quick before we get going. The archers in here before the boss, they I forgot to mention they have a good chance to drop silver berry potions and also silver berries, and you're gonna need several of those for item creations. So try to farm those guys for those things. And also you can make silver berry powder with those two items, which will restore 100% of your mana to all your party members, which isn't too bad. So it's not too shabby. And plus it beats buying the silverberry potions at like 1,500 or 2,000 full a pop or whatever they cost all the way back in Hogita. And the other thing that I did is that I went ahead and farmed these soldiers in here until I got enough materials to make Capells' ultimate weapon. Let me show you how to do it. First thing, you need Edward, and you need to create, first off, this sword right here, the Graham sword. It requires 3 Atlantis medals. If you need Atlantis medals and you don't want to farm them, because I forget where you farm them at right now, they can be made with Seraphina, but they require Amaryllis in order to create them. So these guys right here, the guys that drop Amaryllis in this hallway, is a good place to farm that Amaryllis. And then it needs Quartz, which can be dropped from the Gigases in the Luce Plain section, and Aqua Blade. You can buy that, I think, in Port Zala, and also I think Edward can make it, yeah. But it's easier to just go to Port Zala and buy it. It's gonna take a lot of Atlantis metal if you do it that way. So you might, or not a lot of Atlantis metal, but a lot of Amaryllis. So it's gonna take you a whole bunch. I'd say if you're diligent about it, go ahead and grab about 20 Amaryllis to make the Atlantis metal, and then still have enough left over for the ultimate weapon for Capell. And Amaryllis is going to be used in a whole bunch of other things, so it's a good idea to just farm these guys in general. But I'm going to do that after I beat Gabriel Celeste, and you're going to see why in a minute. But once you make the Graham, you can then make the Azureal Blade, which is Capell's ultimate weapon. It requires 2 Amaryllis, 1 Graham sword, and then the Emblazoned sword that you got from Sigmund back in the beginning of the game. You're going to want to save after making the Graham, and then try to make the Azureal Blade, simply for the fact that if you fail, and you might fail, it took me 3 tries to make it, the Emblazoned sword is going to be gone for good, and you cannot make another one. So it's a very good idea to save. Also, the Graham requires a lot of material, so it's a good idea to save after you make the Graham and before you start making it. As for the stats on these swords, Graham isn't too shabby. Critical hit rate +3, and it's only slightly weaker than the Balmung sword that you got from beating Sigmund. So that's actually a pretty decent upgrade if you don't have the if you don't want to make the Azureal Blade yet. The Azureal Blade, though, 2,600 attack power and 50 hit, and like hit means that you're gonna hit enemies more. They're gonna have less chance to guard your attacks. But my favorite part about it is MP regeneration 1%. So at my 4,400 MP, that means it restores roughly 44 MP every 5 seconds, and also HP and MP plus 10%. So it's a very nice sword for Capell. It's the best sword for him, and I recommend using it. And also, it looks pretty awesome too. I think it looks pretty cool. Nice and awesome and stuff, in my opinion. Let's see if I can't get a good view of it. That's probably the best view we're gonna get here. I like the curved edge design. So it's probably worth your time, like I did, to go running back to Helgita or Colton or whatever to craft it. It's a very worth your time in my opinion. And now we're gonna go fight the Gabriel Celeste. Now that I have them all manned up and ready to go. You could enchant some stuff on your guys, like HP regen and stuff like that. I'm not gonna bother. And if you wanted to, you could also enchant like attack plus whatever, stuff like that. I'm not gonna bother with it. He doesn't take very much damage from most elemental attacks. I think he takes neutral damage from them all. So don't bother enchanting any extra elements onto your characters. So, oh, another thing is a lot of his spells can be canceled with Prudentiae. So if you are finding you're taking a lot of damage, and if you see that he's about to cast a spell by the little light underneath him, cast Prudentiae, and hopefully you'll be able to not take damage from it. But he still has a bunch of physical attacks that are going to cause damage, so watch out for those. And hang on one second, guys. Alright, let's get going and try to beat this little bastard. Here he is. These little face spears right here, I forgot to mention it last time because I was too busy being surprise attacked by the little bastard. They cast spells, so you're gonna want to try to kill them quickly because they cast spells independently of the boss. I know he has two different colors when he's casting spells. I'm not sure which one is which, but one of the colors means that he's making a face spear, and the other color means that he is, means that he is casting actual magic. I think the blue is the face spear. No, the blue is the magic, the red is the face spear. Okay. And this guy has a ton of HP. Let me check real quick. I think it's something like 1 million. No, not 1 million. I think it's like 700,000 HP. Let's see. Mr. Celeste has. Oh, he does have 1 million HP. So on Infinity Mode, he has 1.8 million HP. So this is going to be kind of a long fight. Okay, I'm gonna protect myself from damage real quick. Haha, sucker. Yeah, see that face spear is casting that acid rain attack right there.
Did you treat them?
And now he's about to make another one.
Terrific.
I don't think you can cancel him making it, but you can kill him. They don't have that much HP. I think they have something like 30,000 HP or something. I'm not sure, but it's not really all that much.
Thank you.
Ah! Yep. Thing. You're not gonna damage me, you bastard. Yeah, Prudentiae really helps in this fight, because if you see him casting it, then it's a good idea to cast Prudentiae, and you'll avoid whatever he's trying to do, like launch up in the air with the super tornado. And that is one of his physical attacks that he does when he starts to get low on HP. He runs around and slashes you with his little double-bladed sword thingy.
Thank you very much.
And that hurts. If you are caught on that, there's a good chance that you're not going to survive it. It is very powerful. Because he may be primarily a magic user, but his physical attacks are very powerful.
Very much. I will unleash my. Don't waste this chance.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to here.
Noble blade.
And Prudentiae will not cancel that attack. It will not cancel it, so don't bother trying because it's a physical attack. And I gotta destroy you. Come on. Make it a priority to destroy his space spears, because if you leave them unchecked, they will cast a ton of magic and hurt the crap out of you. Okay, where are you at? Crap.
Someone,
Heal him.
please treat them.
Guys,
Edward!
heal.
Someone, please treat them. Look after the injured. Someone, please treat them.
Why is your friend in this battle? Because of the casting time of magic and healing spells, it might actually be to your advantage to turn off healing spells and rely on healing items. Because healing items are instant, healing spells cost a few seconds to cast. A lot of people actually do it. I've just never actually tried it, but a lot of people do it, and it works out pretty well for them. So I might actually do it on the super boss, the final boss. This guy isn't too difficult if you know what you're doing. And we destroyed his ass. And for your reward, you get Genesis. That is Michelle's ultimate spellbook. It's actually very good. And yes, you can get it more than once. Okay, Genesis. Magic damage plus 10% and casting time down. So her spells are going to cast faster and they're going to hit harder. And crap, hang on. As for stats, it has very nice stats as well. Where's it at? There we go. 1850 intellect. So very good. A very good book for Michelle. Her very best book, in fact. Now, if we head over this way, I think this is the way out. No, that's the way back to Noland. There's no more enemies in this section right now. Here are our two rewards, two treasure chests. Charming perfume, yeah, kind of useless, in my opinion, but whatever. And a Nighthawk for Komachi. I'm not sure if that's her best weapon. Yep, that's her best weapon. 2000 attack, has the chance to curse the enemy when they're attacked, and makes a weird noise. I don't know why they bothered that, but as for the curse attack, let's see, what does curse do? Curse. Oh, curse makes them lose 1% of their maximum mana every 5 seconds. So it's not too shabby on enemies that use magic. So it's not the most useful side effect, but it's useful enough, and it's definitely powerful. It's going to be her most powerful weapon. And now we are going to get to the real reward for defeating Gabriel Celeste. Go through the teleporter. And here it is. The area of Colton in the Seraphic Gate. Save point and Genma will heal and sell you items. So this is the real reward in my opinion. Let's rest up. See, what do you got for sale there, big guy? I think he upgraded his wares a little bit. So now he sells green berry potions and white and silver berry potions. So he upgraded his wares just a little bit for you. Oh, lunar suppressants X. So that's good. And good stuff. Very good stuff. And don't forget our 4 treasure chests. Armalista, very nice, very nice, very nice. Atlantis metal, very nice. Pious wood, very nice. And Feet of Cerulus, a very good piece of equipment for Capell. Or Edward, if you want to put him on him. But I'd prefer to put it on Capell. Feet of Cerulus. Attack and defense plus 5%, and plus 150 defense and agility. So these are very good leggings. Unfortunately, you can only get 1 set. So take them, love them, equip them on your favorite heavy armor character. There is going to be 3 different teleporters to use, or 4 if you count the one back to where we just were, and this makes it a very good chance to go farm that Armalista that you need. Just head into this teleporter, go kill those allies, or those, not allies, but those order guys. Come back in here, and just go back and kill them. This makes it very good because now that you've saved over here, if you die, you don't got to start back at the beginning of the gate. So that makes it very, very nice. However, if you do decide to leave the gate for any reason, and there is a teleporter in here that allows you to do that, you have to start at the very first floor. You don't come back here. You start at the very first floor and have to work your way back up. I'm going to end the video in just a second here, but I'm going to show you where these teleporters go. Yeah, I had a hair in my tongue. I don't know how that got there. I hate it when that happens. This teleporter right here, this takes you to the Castle Valette section of the Seraphic Gate. That way is a dead end, and so is that way. There is bosses in here, and there is treasures in here, but in order to this is not technically the next level of the gate. This is more or less a side level of the gate with loot and some bosses. Once you finish defeating the bosses in here and getting the loot, you have to walk all the way back to this teleporter to come back to the Colton area. We're gonna do that area next, actually. And then if you come up here, if you head to the left, there's nothing. I'm going to the wrong way apparently. Let's see, where are we at? Okay, if you head to the right, this teleporter will take you back to Colton. But like I said before, if you leave using this teleporter, or if you leave just using the front door, you have to start back at the beginning. So it's up to you if you want to do that or not. It's a decent shortcut if you want to go back to town to craft and you don't have the right character in your party, or you have a secondary party member. And this area right here leads to the next actual floor of the gate. And the next actual floor of the gate is Grad Woods, and this is going to be a good place for farming some materials later. But we're not gonna bother with that yet. The next place we're going to go to is Castle Valette. So if you need to farm Armalista, now is a good chance to do it, since you can get them from the those order guys in that room back there. And yeah, this door doesn't do anything, so don't bother trying it. So now's a good chance for you to farm Armalista, and every 3 or 4 trips I would recommend saving and healing a Genma for free and being happy. It's probably not a bad idea to farm 50 or 60 pieces of Armalista, just because it's going to be needed for a lot of stuff. And when farming that much Armalista, you're going to end up getting a bunch of silver berries, which you can use for making silver berry powders, which is good stuff. But anyways, guys, I think that's going to do it for this episode, and next time we are going to head into Castle Valette. So guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good one.